we need to share screen, which, oh, I think I do that here. Maybe.
Yep, thinking about it. There we go.
All right. Now I was going to post in the going live channel, or maybe I can't. Oh well.
You're not.
Now the big
You might have to,
what's that?
you might have to have a role or something.
Probably.
Yeah. You do not have permission to
No.
send messages.
All right. Now the big question is, can people hear both of us?
Um, I would think as long as you have your desktop audio going through your OBS, then they'd be able to hear me.
That's what I would expect, but
I
let's.
can pull up your stream and I can see if I hear me.
All right. I can hear you.
Okay, well, there you go. So similarly, you could hear. I'll have your stream up anyways in case anybody
All
asks
right.
a question.
I can hear both of us.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So that amazingly was relatively easy. All right. Oh, shoot. I wanted to send him a message letting him know we're live, and I'm
Oh,
typing on the wrong keyboard.
ah,
All right. I guess we'll get started then.
yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
This is a consternation seed, yeah?
This is a consternation seed, so I don't know. Maybe we can, while he's starting, we can talk about the flags too, if people want.
Yeah, I know for me with consternation or with anything, I'm looking for our heart shuffled, our important items a nine. What's the book doing? So obviously for this one, heart shuffle is on. No important item is a nine, and book is Atlas.
Yeah, I think it's one of those sets that we talk about it like it's a pretty basic flag set, but it can be quite a bit more complicated than it seems sometimes.
Hmm. Korea's on the overworld, never fun.
No. And where are we going?
Looks like he's gonna go to the Woodsword Cave.
All right, so given the start screen, this is the same direction I'd probably head in.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Um, for me personally, I like to prioritize the Armoses as soon as possible, so I would have actually screen scrolled over to the Lake Armos just to hit that like right out the gate. This is a mess.
All right, but we got in there.
Yep.
Nice hint.
Thanks a lot, game. I would have probably up 8 at this point too. just
Y-
because there's other places you can get to basically from the same place you are, and you get your two hearts back.
I agree. And another thing, just to when you get those really tough screens with Lionels like that, a lot of times it's really helpful to reset those screens and come back to.
Yes, 100%. Oh, that's nice. Dollar bombs.
Yeah.
79 for the candle's pretty expensive. I personally would still buy it if I had a large secret, but I think it's a valid option to I'll go back and buy 8 bombs. That's what I'm doing.
Looks like that's where he's going.
Yeah, that's good. Good plan. They're so cheap and they're right there.
Now, in a lot of cases, I would say to save after buying these bombs since you're right by start, but
Yeah,
one, 1 rupee bombs, yeah, you probably don't need to.
but you're also at 1 heart, so it's like you kind of are killing two birds with one stone. You're getting your hearts back, and you're saving your bombs. But either way, it doesn't really matter. I don't know that you're going to survive these next couple of screens. Okay, gonna hit the fairy fountain.
And I
That
say
makes
if you're going to
sense.
go up to the Armos there, good
Hey,
idea to
boy.
heal. Wow, that was close.
That's really close. He got shaved by that boomerang.
Just to anyone's watching, is the sound balance between us and the game music okay?
The game's a little loud for me.
All right,
I
I'm
don't
gonna bring
know.
that down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
Yeah, that's much better. Um, yeah, I mark those. That's a little too far away from start for me to really be much of use, but I still mark them.
Yeah, same. It's funny. I used to not mark anything like like that, but I see that Kennedy is using the new tracker, Z tracker, which is what both of us use.
Yep, I think it's good. I like him taking the candle out of the take any.
Same. And with the spot summary, I actually now like marking everything because I can now see, how many door repairs I have left.
Yeah, I definitely do door repairs because that I find very valuable. Now, I'm assuming he's going to save his candle boost or his bomb kill for something that's going to drop a bomb, trying to get that first global.
Normally that would be important, but he's got 7 bombs right now, so
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like I don't mind it if I accidentally kill something, but I want to get that first kill. He's going to go and dig it at 5.
so what are your thoughts on digging swordless?
Um, I wouldn't dig 5 personally. Um, it's close enough to start. We're gonna get back over here, um, and he already has bombs. So sometimes I'll dig a dungeon like just to go into a couple rooms and see if I can find some bombs on the floor. I mean, a key's nice. 1, I think I go into. 3, I probably go into. There's, would have been the bombs. Um, but it's like I don't know. I don't really begrudge anybody for making the decision. It's just for me personally. I find I'm so much faster with the sword, so I'd rather just clear it once I can have a weapon. If I had a wand, go in there for sure.
All right, so he's doing right there what we talked about earlier, resetting the
Yep.
screen, getting a better spawn, getting off
Yep.
it. But I agree with you on the digging swordless. The small levels, absolutely, I'll jump into them. But even those, and a couple of years ago, I would have jumped into any level with just a blue candle.
Yeah.
But I found more often than not, I was, spending minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just
Yep.
seeing a bunch of rooms I couldn't clear.
Yeah. Even in 1 and 2, it's like you get some keys, and then if it's 3 keys, are you gonna burn those and like walk out? Maybe, but then it's like that might take you a minute and a half, which could work out. But I know that I can kill stuff with the sword.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you'll have one of those situations where you decide to jump in swordless and you pull out a white sword or a wand and you're like, see, I should do this, but
Yeah. I think that's the anomaly though, not the the expected norm.
yeah, and especially playing Consternation, most likely thing you're going to run into anywhere is a heart container.
Right. Ooh, that's nice. I mean, I like the route. Um, I unfortunately the Armos is over on the east. The one thing to think about is there's three Armos checks over on the east. There's two on the west, and the two on the west are kind of depending on which way you go, not really easy to do together. Um, or if you do them together, you kind of have to orphan the Vanilla Six area. Um, Over on the east side, you can kind of hit three, boom, 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 and there's more open caves over there.
Yeah, although finding that candle early, this seems to have worked out pretty well in terms of routing.
Yeah, I think it's a smart route. Um, it's just unfortunate that the Armos is on the other side. I do that all the time. I accidentally activate an Armos, and this will be the up A point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty efficient routing there. Got a lot, didn't find a lot unfortunately, but got a lot of checks out of the way.
Yeah. I don't like walking by a cave I can open, but that's the other thing though is like um, I I want to get that Armos item and that sword in my hand as soon as I can. So I really want to go immediately there. Oof, I hate this screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially with enemies like that.
Yep. I think that's okay to skip that. Uh,
Now, one really subtle thing that I like to do, when you're going back to clear those screens right around where you started, as he just did, I always like to save before I go do those.
yeah.
Just in case, you run into a couple door repairs, or anything like that, you can just get those resources back without costing any time.
Nice. Smash approved. Wood arrow purchase. 9 minutes in. The only thing I will say about that is because we don't know the Armos item, is that sometimes, if the Armos item is silver arrows, it's like, oh, dang it. I could have saved that. Being nice and patient here.
But no, I like that early arrow purchase.
Oh, yeah.
The recent tournament made me a big fan of that play.
Yeah, I always did it before that anyways. I like having arrows guaranteed, and especially he had the large secret. It was 100 plus, so money doesn't look like it's going to be much of an issue this seed. I mean, he's already bought 2 packs of bombs. He's got a candle. He's got wood arrows. And he's got 79 bucks, and he's already hit. Looks like 3 door repairs. So yeah, money seems fine. He's taking a slightly different path than I like to take because I like to go top route and really prioritize that Armos check. But you might find any roads which would take him closer. You never. It's all good checks. It's all stuff you have to do anyways. And he's getting into reporter territory now, which is nice.
Yeah, with the Armos checks, that's flag dependent for me. When Heart Shuffle is on, it's a little less important to me because it's so likely to be a heart container. But if Heart Shuffle is off, yeah, I want to have all 5 Armos spots checked, first 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, Mag's hint. That's where I guess I differ a little bit. I just think information is information, and if you've got, even if it's a heart, I mean, like right now, then that's a guaranteed recorder, which is nice. But white sword, wand, red ring, such game changers, ladder potentially. There's too many good things it could be that I want to know it, first 10 minutes. Do find the any roads. Okay, raft, maybe not necessary. That's nice.
Nice idea to come back and check this recorder. And
Yep, was not rewarded, but
no,
I like that, Jack. That's smart.
I might have hit those other 3 spots before going back to the northeast.
Yeah, I mean, they're so close to start though. I don't mind that. And I like this. The only thing that's a bit of a bummer about this is we're orphaning that one South Coast spot. It's next to an any road, so it's not terrible, but just something that we're gonna have to go back and do. I actually like to get the South Coast checks done when I do the forest. So like that bomb shot to the take any, I would have wrapped down to the South Coast. Bombs are everywhere. This is a nice friendly seed.
Yeah, and that's smart. They're 1 rupee. You've got 7 bombs. Go ahead and pick up. Now, personally, for me, the South Coast, I seem to like to do that at the end, after I've cleared every other overworld spot.
Yeah, I find good stuff there, I feel like. So that's a not a priority check necessarily, but that's a place I like to check. I do that with the forest. Because it's hard to check if you don't do it with the forest. That's another thing for me, is I like to kind of group my overworld routing together. Dungeon here, nice, level 2.
All right, here's 2.
I definitely don't dig because you're so close to a sword at this point. There's like what 10 caves left and they're all right here. So I'm leaving this personally.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And you have the 2 Armos checks right here too, which could be wand, white sword, etc. It was a quick dig, so that didn't cost him too much. But I mean, really efficient for the most part so far. And it's another door repair. That's like half our door repairs.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those already.
Okay, last location, unfortunate. It's the way it goes sometimes.
More often than not, it seems.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got the level 2 spot to check, but
Oh, nice.
definitely like that he came and got that first.
Yep. Yeah, any key. That's huge. That's one of the best early items.
Yeah, short of a wand or white sword or red ring, that's really nice to find. And I like the patience we're seeing. I mean, what are we, 15 minutes in without a death?
Oh, you just cursed him.
I know.
But I agree. No, it's really nice. Nice overworld routing. And he's gonna get 3 hearts back here. This is another one. Like, it's so tempting. It's so tempting to dig. But I won't do it because you're next to 1, 2, 3, 4 open caves. I'm gonna go check those out first, personally.
Yeah, it's level 1. There's 3 items. I would be way too tempted to do this.
Like, if you find this when this was level 5, like when we found that in the Dead Woods, then like 100%. I'm digging this. I'm gonna look through here. But I'm gonna go to the northeast. I'm gonna check those caves. And this is right by an any road, and there's an any road start. And look at this is garbage.
All right,
Fish robes and darkness.
now I'm leaving.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not going to take too long. There might be something laying on the ground, and there might be a corridor stair you can get into. So it's not like it's a bad dig. I just think that you see a lot of people do this, and for me personally, I just don't. The only time usually I'll dig, that I would think about. Nice. Yeah, I think you might as well at this point. What are you going to spend your money on?
Yeah, unless you're looking at a blue ring purchase.
Right, blue ring. I mean, even still, he's got 109 rupees and another large secret around somewhere. And I feel like we haven't seen too many mediums. Yeah, this dungeon sucks.
Yeah.
Even when I get a weapon, I'm not sure I'm going to be prioritizing those.
Well, he is actually going to have seen almost the whole level.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this room I probably would, you're here, you might as well clear it with bombs.
This one for sure, because there
Yeah.
could be a stair. But I don't mind skipping it. That's like my main message. You don't need that. My main message that I tell everybody: skip the stuff that takes time. Try to find the free stuff. So the last room's an old man, I believe.
Yeah, now just one thing to think about with the tracking. So I like, mapping everything out like that. Both of us do that. But I know both of us also do something to differentiate rooms that we know we need to go back and clear later.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I can't tell from how he's tracking if all of those are rooms that because he I don't I guess the key room he doesn't need to go back to. So that could be something. There we go. See, there's a sword right there.
Right.
Two screens away from level 1. Now you can go back and stab all those wizrobes.
But I know like those two rooms of red whiz robes he didn't clear, but they're marked the same on the tracker as some of the other rooms.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Oops.
I mean, I'm probably guilty of over tracking at times, but I'd rather do that than miss track and lose a race because of it,
Sure.
which
Yeah,
uh,
it can be
which which I've
slowing.
done.
Some people that are slow with it. So it is I know there's like Jake Coper, he's talked about how he doesn't track 9 because he goes faster. Um, I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't track 9 though. I have a terrible memory.
See, I have a very, very good memory, and I still track every single wall, staircase, room in 9.
Yeah. All right, we got a guaranteed recorder now.
So probably a good time to go back to 1 and 2, or we're going somewhere else. You're getting frame drops. It's probably me.
He's gonna go get the recorder.
No, that makes sense.
That's what I would do. I think that's what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's dropping a little bit, but it's still watchable for me. I don't know if it's different because I'm on the Discord share.
yeah. Is it still watchable for those watching on Twitch?
There's the other large secret. That's nice.
So you could consider the blue ring purchase at this point.
This one I don't pick up. So he was at 241, and oh, unless he has a blue ring shop labeled, which he did see, and it actually is right by the um, the any road. Yeah, I think actually if it were me, I would go buy a blue ring right now because he's maxed out. There's a blue ring shop right next to the 4 any road. Um, and so he can go buy that blue ring and then head over to the left, that one spot that he's orphaned on the south coast.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well. Um, You know, because he's bought arrows, he's bought a bomb upgrade, we've got our candle.
Yep,
Yeah, so
that's
that's,
exactly what he's doing.
and we've got the any key, so no need to purchase keys. The only
Right,
thing he might need to purchase at any point is possibly bait, but
right.
it was cheap,
It was cheap, and how often do you need to get that? Not very often. Dollar bombs.
and they're
Every
everywhere.
time I'm in a shop, even if am at 13 or 12, whatever one less of his max, I'm buying it every single time. Just like you would shoot an arrow to pick up a bomb across the uh, the room. All right, so having seen what we've seen, I'm not sure that I would probably go back into one and at least clear those stair rooms. I'm not doing this right now, that's
No.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes, I mean some of these rooms left in one were going to be annoying, but you know there were those red Wizrobe rooms that
Yeah,
are
pretty easy.
almost guaranteed to drop something useful given how many other rooms we've seen.
Yeah, I would want to go straight ahead to the staircase. Let's see here. I didn't see I kind of dropped some frames, so I didn't see if he did the dropped a bomb and then if it just rolled up.
Yeah, it stuttered on my computer as well.
This I think is gonna be an old man if he's tracked correctly. Oh, okay. He doesn't track old men. Maybe I just missed where the old man was. Um, in general, I like. There's Triforce. I'll go ahead and grab it.
I would take that for the health refill.
Yeah. Can't do anything in this room. And it's one, so it's not like, it's hard to get back to the other side of the dungeon.
Right, not only that, but it's actually going to make it faster to get back to the other side of the dungeon. Yeah, I don't track the old men either. Oh, is
Yeah,
this the blue
I do.
Wizrobe room?
Yeah, this one's a nope for me. That's the other thing. It looks like he's doing it. He just did it on this room. There, yeah, there now he's doing it. Yeah, so for me, I like double click that room and it makes it like a bright white. And then I kind of know that I didn't do that. And in these rooms, usually if you stay in the little bottom door, you can get a good grouping of them. The bottom door or the right-hand door, like this, how these guys are kind of all lined up. Next one's going to be a global. Nice. This should be a stair. Yep. Yeah, so we could have cleared this with bombs earlier, but just a heart.
Yeah.
I would go ahead and pick it up at this point. Probably. And I guess it depends on. Sometimes I'm in the mood to pick up hearts, and sometimes I'm not. Just kind of depends on what I've seen and how I'm playing, and if I'm going to prioritize getting mags. In this, we don't need to do anything.
Right. Yeah, my feelings on hearts are the same. If I've got red ring, 6 hearts, if there's a heart on the floor, I'll go and grab it, but
Yeah.
I won't go down the staircase, 6 hearts and red ring.
If I'm playing Fry Teeth, I go and I pick up all my hearts because I don't want you to have the magical sword and me not to. So I'm getting all of the hearts.
So I think we know at this point that the third item in one is either this room or that fun blue Wizrobe room.
Yeah, there's also the Chevy with the Muldorm.
That's right.
I'm getting some weird clicking on my end. Just I don't know if... No, it's not this one.
Nope. All right, I'm out of here at this point.
Yep. I think he agrees. So you got 2. That's pretty close.
And it's probably not a Wizrope set from that first room we saw in 2.
Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest, what was in it.
It was a Gibdo room.
Hmm.
And
Oh, that's right.
since we didn't
We
see
had no
any of
sword.
yeah, and since we didn't see any of those in 1, I'm guessing that it's not.
I have no idea what Lorgon is saying.
I don't either.
Do I need to drive down there? Check on you? Alright, here we go. Alright, corridor stairs, good, always clear. This drops, I think, in every dungeon. Or potentially. Is there a map? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like this. Go ahead and bomb. Bomb north. And take the Triforce refill. Yep.
And then head back in, because...
Of course. We need a bow, we need silvers, we probably need a ladder. There's a bunch of other stuff we might want.
Yeah, we may need, power bracelet or raft, because we've only got 18 spots left that we can get to, and we're still looking for 5 levels.
Oh yeah, I go into any seed, just assuming that I'm going to be blocked out of things. No need to clear this room.
No.
Now, if you pop out of a diamond staircase, that's one that you want to clear, because that can drop an item. That's gotten me before, when I was newer. I would mark it just, especially because, like, with Z Helper, you couldn't mark it anything other than one thing. So if you wanted to say it was a staircase, it was a staircase. There's Fred's hard-coded compass after Triforce.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yep. No, Diamond Stair drops in 2. It doesn't drop in 1, 4, or 5. I check, anytime I get a clock drop, I always check. Just to make sure there wasn't Wallmaster shenanigans. There we go.
There's the ladder.
Nice. So, the other thing that I do a little differently with Z-Tracker is for level 1, I would have added a little blocker for that Chevy room with the maybe ladder. And that way, when I got the ladder, Lorgon Tracker would have said, consider going back to level 1.
Yeah, I do that the same. Sounds like you and me use Z-Tracker pretty much the same way, but that's probably because I learned how to use it by watching you.
Well, I do some weird things, so I don't know. But yeah, I think the blockers, that's one of my favorite favorite sections of the Z-Tracker. It's just so useful. This is a skip for now, assuming we can get up here. Nope, we cannot.
And we can't.
And we already knew that. Thanks, old man. I think he probably forgot that he's already found 6.
Oh, I did not notice this part of Z-Tracker.
Yeah, it's kind of a little hard to get to, maybe. Or I don't know, I don't use it. So that's maybe one of the reasons why. I think also the tournament had hints turned off, so
It did.
a lot of the time of using it, hints didn't matter, so.
That's true.
Only been recently.
Yeah, the tournament is when I started using Z-Tracker. I actually switched in the middle of the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Is that good? Sorry, Lorgon. This nightmare, he says. He told me early on when I was helping him with some like beta testing that people using his program the way that he wanted was something that he was worried about. And I was like, well, I can already tell you that's going to be me. Okay, these grid block rooms in 2, this is anecdotal knowledge, but this is like an always clear to me because I find that this always drops. Now, obviously it didn't because I said that, but I think the ladder was in 1.
Well, at least we know this is our item in this room.
Yep, and it's a nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty good item progress so far. We're no trace of bow or silvers yet, but otherwise we pretty much have what we need to complete the seed. Maybe go ahead and get the heart if you're there, and go check the ladder in 1, and check the power bracelet spot next to 1 would be my advice. But you've got the recorder, so you can get right back there, no problem.
And I was also going to say the level 5, white sword cave, but finding level 3 definitely better than those.
Yeah, well, I didn't say this at the time, but I did not love the orphaning this 1 spot. I know it's right next to start, but especially because we hadn't found the any roads yet, and the any roads might have taken you like right next to the Armos checks. So that's just something to consider. This room I probably would have skipped just because it takes a little bit of time.
Well, I might have either skipped it or respawned it after I killed the easy stuff.
What I like to do is I kill the easy stuff just kind of on my way through, and then just mark it as unchecked. Oh, and I definitely would go to the left because the shutter door opened, just in case you can't get to that room from above it. Like if this is, well, I guess you'd be guaranteed to get through because but you don't want to fight this room. This is an up A for me.
Yeah, you don't need the bombs here. You've got 13. I would, yeah, up A and go back to start.
But I guess to expand on, I do like bombing Zols because they take long to kill. Because a room is long, or if it's like a like room, or a bunch of Zols that split or something like that, and a shutter door opens, I always do the shutter door instead of the open door. Just because if I have to come back to that room, the open door will still be open, but the shutter door will be closed. So I just kind of like to prioritize my in-dungeon routing that way. And that's one of the reasons why sometimes I skip rooms with shutter doors, because I know that I'll want to take the shutter door if I clear it.
Yeah, I try to do the same because I assume I'm probably going to die somewhere else later in that dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This room drops in 3, and that's kind of a crappy... This is like such... I hate dungeons like this early when you don't have the bow and arrow, because all these rooms are so easy to clear with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, I'm also not going to clear this one.
Well, we haven't tried the Patra yet, so sometimes they roll down, and this one's not the expanding one, so it might be pretty easy.
See, the funny thing is, to me, everyone complains about the expanding one. In a room like this, I think they're the easiest ones to deal with.
Like the open room?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so one thing to think about Kennedy, the Patra kind of, okay, yep, see, I was just about to, I spoke it into existence. So the Patra kind of forced you to do it a little bit, but you want to be careful fighting the Patra on the right-hand side, because if you kill the wrong one, it goes all wonky. It doesn't do that if you do it from the left or the top or the bottom.
And make sure you leave the room here now. So you want to leave the room there because if you're going to come back in for the items, that Patra is going to be back. And you don't have to fight it again because it's just a locked door on top, but it's always annoying to have it in your way here.
Yeah, not an egregious one. Like if this had been a shutter door situation at the top instead of a key door, And you can just like walk through it, power through. You got a blue ring. But yeah, if you had walked through the door, that wouldn't have been an issue at all. So this is unfortunately this is all a bit of wasted time. Okay, not too much.
I was gonna say that's also a good place to that's also a good place to candle boost
Yeah,
to get
true.
back through it.
And you can actually, I mean, you could do the vanilla strategy. You can stab through them. It's a little trickier. And this one, I think, drops up in the top right in 3. He says, "Imagine my surprise when I came back in." Yep, he's back.
We
Ganon comes back too if you leave before leaving the room.
I say we've all done that though,
Oh yeah.
clearing a boss like that and saying, "Oh shoot,
Yep.
it's back."
Oh, 100 times out of 100. And I just go through the open door. Personally, I'm gonna orphan that one room there.
Well, I am, but I'm gonna clear the Tektites out. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Here's the stair. Oh, Tektites come back. That's nice. We've been killing Pulse Voice. We don't need to. Did we get the floor item yet?
We did not.
So I definitely, since we cleared it, I'm gonna go ahead and check that right-hand door, so we don't have to clear it again. Because if you get the item, then you know you're done here. Just a couple rooms left. It might be in this room. One of those magic rooms. Oh yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, that'll speed everything up. Yeah, Kennedy, I do the same thing with picking up keys after I have the any key, or forgetting I have a ladder. I mean, you've seen me do that many times, I'm sure.
I say I don't think you'll find anyone in this community who doesn't keep picking up keys, even after they have the any key. It's just automatic.
Well, it's like I pick up rupees at 255 too, just because I do it before I think about not doing it. Okay, now we're done.
All right.
So you had a second sense. You didn't need that item. So something that I like to do now, or I would have liked to do it a little bit earlier, but as soon as I get an item like the Power Bracelet, Rav, or Quarter, I like to use it to see if that gives me an advantage over the people that I'm racing. We're missing 4, 7, 8, and obviously 9 as well. So any of those could be blocked, and if I get in there before somebody else does, and if that's Bow and Silvers, that's going to be a huge advantage.
Yeah, especially because you're basically going by a couple of those Power Bracelet spots right now.
Yeah, I would have definitely wanted to check those.
Well, I certainly can see the wanting to check Death Mountain while you've got 14 bombs.
I guess that's where I'm gonna disagree with you.
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree with you completely.
I'm not doing Death Mountain now at all because I've got these Power Bracelet spots, this Recorder for Recorder Lake, and I've got level 5, which I opened but I haven't been back. So I want to hit that because I don't like to leave. Oh, and level 6 as well. I don't like to leave dungeons unchecked. I do, and it seems to always kind of burn me. But especially 5. 5's generally pretty good. I just feel like this, we kind of had to walk a decent amount to get over to here. So, yeah, I mean, still missing 4 and 7, 8. So potentially, this is the big brain play that would have screwed me because I wouldn't be doing this. But I'm going to prioritize the stuff by start and by the any roads. I still want to go back to 1 to clear that Chevy room. I'm not even sure if the Chevy drops in 1, but that Moldorm is going to go down like butter, so it's not a long check. These guys I'm not clearing. You got 13 bombs, so unless you're building up a count, I'm leaving all of these guys.
And there shouldn't be any need to build up a count because if I did come up to Death Mountain here, the way I'm routing this, I'm checking this next screen here, and then I'm up Aing.
Oh, and I would have missed level 8 for quite a while. Oh, and I'm gone.
I'm taking that and leaving.
Yeah. Recorder in hand. See ya.
Yeah, shapes 8 is huge, and you've got the recorder. Yeah, don't come back. Yeah, you don't want to spend a lot of time in here. Yeah, that's
Oh
not
yeah.
small.
No, I mean at least it's like it's compact for being large. You know, you could probably navigate your way through there. It's not linear at all, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But recorder is one of my favorite items because I just leave everywhere, which
All
he's
right,
doing, so that's good.
that's a good decision.
Yeah. It looks like he's gonna walk maybe to West Death Mountain. I mean, there's a more of a bulk of checks here, so in that sense, it's smart because you're gonna be able to check, you know, 7 things, boom, 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 boom. Um, and depending on who you're playing, you know, like if you're playing me, it might give you a good advantage because historically I don't like to come up here until I have to.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, and that kind of stuff depends on whether you want a metagame for your opponent.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on metagaming are pretty um, well known, I believe. I refuse to do it because I I just think that unless it's something like for instance, when I played XO, I know he's going to do Death Mountain early because he's in my chat literally every single night telling me to go to Death Mountain. So it's like it's such a known quantity. Um, and if I think I'm faster than XO, then I should prioritize Death Mountain because if he's going to do it, I should do it because I can do it faster than him. If that's my line of thinking, not suggesting that I'm better or faster than XO, but if I am, or if I think that, then that's what I'm going to do.
All right, so who's gonna clip that and send it to him?
Go ahead, that's fine. Incidentally, my race against EXO was the fastest I got up to Death Mountain. I think I was sub 18 minutes.
Yeah, the whole idea of metagaming all depends on who I'm racing against. If it's someone, I'm most likely to do it against someone who I believe is better than me.
Mm,
Or if I'm racing against someone whose game I know really, really well,
yeah.
and I've done something stupid early, and I said,
Mm.
well, he's gonna have done that. He's gonna be 5 minutes ahead of me now. Maybe I better take a chance.
So here's something. This is mixed hints in. This is one thing I didn't mention up at the top. Mixed hint. So to me, there's no reason not to buy. There was one of those hints was like for 10 rupees or something like that. So I'm definitely gonna buy that hint just in case it's something relevant. And mixed hints I don't love. So I don't really mind that we didn't save our money for mixed hints. But if you're there, because you don't want to come all the way back up to B1, you know, like that's like the least convenient place on the map to get to. So you might as well buy the hint can while you're there, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would have bought that 10 rupee hint as well because, yeah, as you said, you're never going back up there.
No, and it's probably junk, but whatever.
The other thing was, you know, we had that power. We've got that power bracelet spot up on Death Mountain, or at the
Yeah,
grave, I mean,
the grave.
and we
Yeah,
were relatively. I should say we were closer to that than we will be at any other time.
correct. Yep. Yeah, that's something else that I like to think about is like, is this inconvenient for me now? Yes. but is it less inconvenient for me now than it will be at any other point? And if that answer is yes, then I go ahead and do it. Like H1, as Saiton calls it, the dead end. That's one of those spots for me that if it's like I hate checking that spot, or Vanilla 2, I hate checking that spot, but if it's less inconvenient right now to check it than it ever will be again, I'm gonna go ahead and check it. And Grave PB is another one for that. Forgot you had PB. I've done that before.
Well, there's the raft.
There's the raft. This might be a magic room too. And it is. Oh boy.
Oh, nice.
See? This is, man, we opened up that cave. When did we open up that cave? 10 minutes in. So that doesn't feel good. Now I'm not saying that, you know, you should have dug 5 immediately. I'm just saying my personal experience, this happens to me all the time. If I open up a dungeon and I leave it forever, there's always something good in it. Skip this. I'm gonna take the open doors. I don't like fighting the dongos if I don't have to. It just takes too long. Definitely take that. Well, he doesn't come back, so that's okay.
And are we still deathless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dying now.
No, 9 hearts and red ring.
9 hearts and red ring. Yeah, so doing a really good job with that. Potential stair room. So something that I like to do that I don't see you doing, so I'll just kind of call it out, is I like to mark potential stairs as soon as as soon as I see the room. Nice quick 5. As a runner, I'm not feeling good right now because that red ring and raft, and I'm missing 4 and 7. And if they're raft blocked, then I'm feeling really behind. But I mark potential stair rooms as soon as I'm in them because if oh, don't leave, don't get Recorder Lake. If I die in the room, then I'm feeling pretty awful, and I might not know that I have to go back there to that stair.
Yeah, along those same lines, and it's just
Oh, nice.
just a subtle point was, we cleared that whole room with the single push block, but didn't actually try pushing the block.
Yeah.
Also here, you know, we didn't want to check to the left because we started in the leftmost column, so there was nothing that could open that way. But also, you've got 14 bombs, so I think, at least to me, the time that trying to do that pirouette is probably more than what you get by saving that one bomb.
Yeah, I have a hard time sometimes with, kind of like we were talking about picking up stuff. Sometimes I'll do something just by rote before I've really had the chance to think about it. This is all skip. You don't have to clear these things. And these gels, like, they're not really going to hurt you either. You got red ring. You can tank through, you know, blue whiz robes. Little time saves for sure. I think, I mean, from what I'm seeing, you're doing a lot of really good things. I hate that we don't have something to get that, like an arrow. Some routing differences for sure for me and what I would do, and like kind of how you prioritize your overworld exploration. And then just like some little time saves in dungeons and with your tracking. But I think you got a lot of clean kind of habits, so that's good. Nice. Silver's away from go mode.
All right, so here's the question: you've got 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9 left. Are you going to try force and go at this point?
Yes, to a degree for sure. Because I have that recorder. And I'm just looking for one item. So even if it's 4 and I find the Triforce, and I still need to get the Triforce out of 6. I might find the Triforce, or I might find the item on the way to the Triforce in 6. So I always like to leave, unless I have like 1 or 2 rooms left in a section, or you know, I've cleared all the rooms except for 1 in the dungeon. Then obviously go ahead and stay and get it. 9 kind of sucks to dig, so you know, if it's 4 last, maybe I stay in 4 and dig out the items. We still have that item in 1, and there's only about 3 or 4 rooms that it can be in, and I'm right next to it, so I'm probably gonna dig 1 out. 7.
That's a large 7.
Yeah, it really is. So 9's probably gonna be tiny, because 8 was huge. Which, that's like even more of the reason why I don't want to dig 9, because those tiny 9s are the worst. It's all segmented, you know, you can't bomb, it's all garbage.
Yeah, sometimes I find those small 9s a lot worse than the large 9s.
Oh, for sure. The other consideration for the 9 dig or not is we can get to all the other dungeons pretty quickly, but we can't really get to 9 that quickly. It's in the forgotten spot, so it's not like terribly far away from our start, but it's not close either. So if you go to 9 and it's not a 9 and then you have to leave and you have to go back to 9, that's just overall time that's missed. So something to consider. No, I'm certainly not going to go to 8. I'm not stepping foot in 8 before 9. That would make no sense to me, because 8's gigantic.
Yeah.
But 4 and 1, I want to get the items out before I go to 9. In these rooms with low numbers of enemies, haven't we seen wall masters in here or not? I was just gonna say, when I go into those rooms, I like to stand by the wall, especially if I have a ranged weapon like a wand, to spawn the wall master, if there is one, because they take so long to kind of pop out of the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all seen plenty of races that have been won and lost because, you know, a wall master gets missed.
Yeah, and sometimes they're jerks, and they just don't, like, in the tutorial that I did with Saitan, he had a jerk wall master that he even went to the wall, it just didn't come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, this room we've cleared already, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, did we try to push this block?
I think we did. We don't want to go right.
Yeah, for me personally, the shoot rooms are a little too small for my liking, so I like that big red line for the shoot room, so I know it's not actually a door. It's not a door.
Yeah, I also don't even mark the doors into the shoot rooms that are from the opposite sides.
Right, yeah.
Because for all practical purposes, it's not.
I always love it when you can just tank a manhandler.
Yeah, and if I've got wand and red ring, that's exactly how I fight manhandler.
Oh yeah, I mean, unless I'm on like half a heart, I want to save my bombs.
So just a little thing there, you know, you can use using the arrows to pick up the hearts will save time there. Always annoying when you have a room like this that there's no reason to clear and you have to clear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say in general you could pick up less stuff and try to get less stuff. Like I'm watching you, you know, with 13 bombs, you're chasing down bomb droppers to get a bomb drop, or um, with 9 hearts, or I should say 8 hearts and red ring, chasing down a heart. You know, maybe consider just moving through as quickly as you can because you're in pretty good shape. You know, it at this stage of the game. You're pretty beefy, and you know time is of the essence. And definitely, I don't mind not using the bomb on the dig dogger because you're so beefy. Um, but you want to stay with them. Another thing here is if you're gonna go pick up that bomb, go ahead and drop the bomb first. Then go pick up the bomb while the bomb's exploding, so that when you come back, the door's already open. You can just walk through it. Kind of like little time saves like that. I always like to do 2 things at once if I can. And dude, you've watched me. I hate these blue golems. I've spent so often in these stupid rooms. It takes me like 5 cycles. I get so angry.
Yeah, and that whole idea of doing 2 things at once,
Go get the item. You're gonna go back through there anyways.
that's something I like to do a lot of on the overworld. Whenever you're heading into a dead end, like the southwest corner, I'll drop the bomb on uh, the bomb spot.
Yep.
And just keep walking.
Yeah, I meant to call that out and I forgot. I do the same thing. Unless I'm routing a different way. I feel like we checked. Oh, I think we orphaned some rooms over there on the right hand side of the dungeon that could have been a staircase.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have wanted to check those last 2 rooms down in the bottom right before up-aying, because if one of those is a staircase that you need to get to that Triforce.
You know, it'd be nice. Hopefully, it's just a bomb wall here. But yeah. Yep. And the single block has me concerned. I'm just a little worried that we didn't push it. Let's see. Okay, we haven't been to the left here. And this is a quick clear. The other thing you can do now that you have wand fire is stab and kind of swing your wand over to the other side. Oh, here we go. This might be it. Especially if it's a direction that you're going, like the doorway. Nice. This is our transport. And I stopped tracking at this point because like you have everything that you can kill every room. You're not going to get locked into a room that you can't kill. So I'm just kind of motoring at this point. I'm not worried about are there doors or which staircase is this. It looks like you stopped after you did the 2, so I wholeheartedly concur.
Heavily guarded Triforce.
Yeah, as always, right? Alright, now, so the unfortunate thing is level 4 is going to be in one of these kind of random spots that we've orphaned. I don't mind doing 6. You might get a hint for 4 in 6, which would help.
Not a huge 6 either.
No? And you know my Moldorn trick, but I don't mind that you didn't do it because you got 11 bombs, and it takes a little bit more time, but you know, you can kind of go in guns blazing with that guy. And I am going to Triforce and go at this point, unless I don't have that many rooms left. And I might have taken that. Just because I don't want to kill this room, it just takes too long. There's so many rooms. I don't. I mean, I can see it both ways because you're beefy enough to do this, fairly quickly. And if it's the Triforce, it's gonna save a lot of time.
Yeah, this, I mean, with only 3 of them in here, I'd probably go ahead and clear this, because if this is the Triforce and you don't do it, you're gonna full clear 6.
Yeah. Yeah, so like if I find the Triforce in this room, I'm gonna peek in the one below it and the one next to it. Just because if you come back to this dungeon, it's gonna be inconvenient to walk back there. But otherwise, I'm just leaving. And I feel like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, with the way those dark nuts were clustering, a couple bombs in the center of that room would have really made this room go quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the wand. I feel like you're hesitating a little bit in rooms where, like, right now you're really beefed up to the max, and I feel like you don't need to worry too much about dying too much. So I would just kind of have at it, be really aggressive. Oh, there we go. So now
Right.
definitely take the transport.
Definitely take the staircase.
Yeah. And this is a little thing, but if you don't want the heart on the coast, you should definitely middle click it. It turns the heart into a I don't want that heart, and that way Lorgon stops reminding you every 30 seconds or whatever to get the freaking heart. It's my favorite thing when I'm at 9 and he's like, go get the magic boomerang off the coast as I'm like killing Ganon. Oh, there we go. Big brain play.
All
Don't
right.
listen to us. What are we doing this for? I would have found that literally the last location. There's no way. Well, maybe I would have gotten it before I got the stair in 6, depending on where this spits you out.
Yeah, I would have
I'm
taken
last
this.
locationing that.
Yeah, I would have taken this staircase immediately, grabbed the Triforce, gone to 4, grabbed its Triforce, full cleared 9, and then it's a question as to whether I would have gone to 8 or come back to 6 at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're in Gomo, so that's great. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, so 7 was power bracelet locked and had the bow in it, and you had the power bracelet, what, 30 minutes in, and we got the bow 45-ish minutes in, so maybe there's some time there that you could have had over your opponents. But pulling out the floor item in 6, that's nice.
Yeah, that floor item in 6 will win you a lot. If it's something like that, will win you a lot of races.
I still think it's a mistake. So
I 100% agree.
So it worked out for you, and orphaning all these caves across the map didn't hurt you either. But having said that, I think consider the exception to the rule type. Oh, look at this floor! Thank goodness we came in with red ring. Because the other thing, oh man, they don't stop either. The other thing is, if nice, every single room sucks. Okay, so something to consider here, as you're walking through, those red dark nuts go down really easily. So go ahead and kill them as you're kind of working your way through these rooms, and then when you come back, see, maybe they come back instead of the blue dark nuts that take much longer to kill. But I was just gonna say that I might be clearing these other places that I told you to clear, and I might be getting the white sword, and I might be getting more hearts, and now I have magical sword. So it is kind of a double-edged sword. Being able to skip items and only take what you need is great until the other guy is so overpowered and can just melt through these. Like this room here with these whiz robes, magical sword, even white sword, is going to go through them so much faster than um, the wood sword does.
Yeah, and you never know when you're just going to run into some of that stuff anyway. Trying to find this last Triforce or two.
And I go ahead and clear that because it's out of the way. You don't want to come back to this top left corner. And you've got 9 hearts and red ring, so you're going to survive it.
Under most circumstances, I would have skipped that room as well, but adding to that having 14 bombs.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Drop a couple bombs and you're good. This is just, yeah, there you go. Just walk through. This is what I mean. I feel like you're like a little hesitant in places where I feel like you can kind of just get a little more aggressive. I think you've got a really nice yeah, I mean, maybe white sword you want? I guess that's the only reason to kill this. You've got a really nice kind of base for surviving. You showed that by not dying on the overworld early, and you have good patience when you have, 1 heart, you're beeping. Now, you have to kind of change your mindset a little bit when you aren't. When you've got 9 hearts and red ring. I mean, what's 9 times 4? A lot. That's a lot of hearts. Here's the compass. Nice.
Now, I might have considered picking up that heart that we just saw in the staircase. Yes, it takes a few seconds, but if you grab that, you quickly whistle over to, 1 or 2, you grab the heart container off the coast. Magical sword is only a couple screens away from 9. And if you got a 40% chance at it, and you're able to get it, that's going to make your 9 so much faster.
Yeah, not for me. That's a strong disagree on my part, but to each their own. I think if you have 15 hearts, okay, go grab that. Go grab that heart because, or what is it? 13 hearts. Go grab that heart because then you're guaranteed it. So now we just have to go to 9. And what are we doing? We're thinking about where to whistle to. I think I would have just walked or screen scrolled, but even if you don't screen scroll, just walk.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I think we're whistling to 3. I don't think that's really much closer.
No, I mean, obeying would have been significantly faster, but I guess you want to save your hearts. I don't really prioritize saving hearts in 9 because I find that I up-A inside the dungeon so often. No, one thing is, we didn't find the letter, did we? And we took hearts out of all our taken. So you don't have a potion. So I don't know how you feel about Ganon, but that's maybe a consideration if you don't like your Ganon fights. Guaranteeing that you have yourself a potion might be a good thing.
Alright, and that is a small 9. So let's see. Lorgon predicted 44 rooms. What do we have? 14, 25, 32.
Oh.
It's not even that big. It's only 42 rooms.
Ganon's immediate, and we can get to him. This was a kind seed.
Yeah, so saving those hearts did come in handy here.
Definitely, but I mean, 3 hearts, red ring, and that's 12 hearts. And you're good. This is fine. You got a good technique going on here. You chased him down, stun locked him. You didn't hide in the corner.
Yeah, it's a nice Ganon kill.
Mm-hmm. I go ahead and bomb to the right there.
He heard you.
He did, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't there. And now definitely go check your corner, is what I would do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna clear basically no rooms at this point.
I like this room I would clear for looking for a compass. I just feel like it's gonna take you 2 seconds, and I'm gonna bomb north, and then I'm gonna pick up that bomb pack.
We don't want to bomb south there. There's no room there.
But I don't see, and I don't mind if you're aggressive with it. Like if you're just kind of going through the motions and doing stuff fast, that one was unfortunate. You got to be a little more careful with your the dongo pickups. You know, if you get bopped, this is a skip to me. This is a waste of time.
Yeah, I'd probably up A here.
Be aggressive, Kennedy. That's my big note for you. Don't be aggressive early. You know, when you're wandering around the overworld. And you're weak as a kitten. That was good to be, you know, safe and cautious. But now, like, Kool-Aid Man, your way through this 9, and mark your stairs.
You know the sad thing? I think about my kids. They would have no idea what you just meant there.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid Man.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't like that we have that bottom left corner unchecked. That bothers me. As a runner, I would be really worried about that bottom corner.
I'd also want to bomb from when you came in through that staircase. I'd want to bomb down for the same reason. This looks like a typical small 9. Nothing opens.
Yep, exactly. This is one of the things, I don't normally like to take stairs at 9, but these small 9s, I find it's a lot of times you have to take the stairs. And it's quicker just to go ahead and take the key door. I'm not sure there's an added benefit to clipping there, because you want to check all of these anyways.
And now it's just the fun of figuring out which staircase to jump into.
Did we bomb north?
We did from the other room, but I don't know if we did from here.
Of course it didn't open. Jerk. Jerk. Worst enemy in the game. I hate these things. I would rather 8 blue wizards be in this room right now than this one Dodongo. Oh wow, he was nice.
It's always nice when they walk into it for you.
Yeah, occasionally that happens. I would maybe consider either using hotkeys or getting a little more comfortable with the system of your tracking your stairs, because the right clicking. Oh, I was hoping that would be it for you. The right clicking seems to take a minute for you to kind of handle.
So I don't hotkey. I haven't set up any hotkeys on here. But I find I have enough time during the room transitions to mark everything.
But did we check that? We didn't go south from that room before, right? That's really bothering me. I do. I hotkey stairs. I just have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are my hotkeys for stairs.
And I should do that. I just haven't.
I was really hoping.
You weren't the only one.
So far, everything I've said has been wrong. So, let's see. What are we doing here? I think at this point, I'm just gonna go back to that diamond staircase that we didn't take, and just take it. I mean, obviously not take this one. Don't forget you have a wand. Ranged weapon. It's gonna clear these out faster. I find that people sometimes kind of get stuck on what their default, what they had out. So this was a room that we were in, that we didn't mark. Oh, there we go. So take this stair, see if that pops us up there. Of course not. So the other staircase, up A and take that one. Yeah, or we've got that left-hand door.
I say I would kill those dark nuts and head left there.
Yeah, maybe just walk to her. It's quick enough in this diamond stair, though. You could pop in it.
True.
See if it's... Maybe. And you can actually bomb down from here. It'll reach. So you could bomb that left-hand wall, and you can bomb the south wall from that spot that you were at. And then it would have saved you dying in this room. And we didn't check the left-hand wall, I don't believe.
No.
So there's enough room in that spiral stair that if you place the bomb right up against the wall or of the block of the stair, the wall will open if it's openable. Oh yeah, this is an easy clear. These guys go down to a wand hit.
I think it's a wand and wood sword hit.
Either way. Oh.
Hey, we have a bomb wall that actually opened in this 9. Oh.
Oh, here we go. Do we have to?
See, this is another a good example of what you were talking about before. You've got red ring. Just plow through this guy.
Yeah. I don't mind this, you know.
But the wall open, just go through.
But the wall opens, yeah, go through it. It's not there, not yet. Okay, maybe. Oh my gosh. Where are we going? Go to the right.
So we want to bomb right there.
Oh, this is killing me. I really hope it's a magic staircase, though.
It is.
Ah! Yes, thank you, game. And it's not this one. All right. Oh, we got to go through those blue wizrobes, maybe.
Well, we've still got this dig dogger to kill.
Oh, that's right. See, I mark all the maybe stairs. So I think Lorgon has a blue question mark for that. But I do, you see me, I do the yellow. I'm going to be really upset when you get rid of that yellow mouse push, because it's so fast for me to just mark my maybe stairs as that.
Alright, I think we may have to go clear those blue wizrobes.
We got to go through the blue wizrobes. I hope we have to go up the hyphen column all the way over the second row until the V column and then down. That would be amazing. Don't get that hurt. Be aggressive. Okay, so this was another one. Maybe stair.
It could be an item. Nope.
Okay. My dream is dead. Oh.
Not yet.
Bomb up. Because you might have to work around that way, so it's worth bombing up in both of these rooms. Okay.
Alright, we found all the staircases.
Yeah, this is promising. Here we go. We'll never know if you can bomb up.
I think this has to lead to it.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're on the path, so now just run. Like your hair's on fire. Don't track. Just run. Wand.
More
wand,
silvers.
wand. And you got it. Thanks, game.
pretty solid overall.
Yeah, I mean, I really I think you're going to be really good because you have such a good foundation in so many ways, and it's like the main thing is like you just need to be fast, like literally just be faster. Um, so I think I think you got a little lucky with this particular seed with some of the things um, that could have come back to bite you a little bit didn't. You know, if you look at your map, you've got these power bracelet spots that you walked by. Um, really, all three of them that you walked by in the recorder lake that you were right next to that you didn't check. Same thing with the raft spot over at level 4. So it worked out really well that level 4 was where it was. Um, the 6 play, you know, I guess if you are racing people that you think are kind of like what Fried Teeth was saying, if you're racing people that you think are significantly better than you, and you think, you know, your only chance is to pull an item out of 6, then you know, I think that that could be like a meta play if you're into that sort of thing. But otherwise, I think taking your Triforces out of those bigger kind of gross dungeons to dig when you still have, I think at the time you still had to get the Triforce out of 4, which had 2 items which you might find on the way. You know, worked out this race, so it's hard for me to say like you shouldn't have done that because it it was the silvers on the floor, and that could have won you the race. So I guess take my advice with a grain of salt. But I think in general, I think you're going to find winning more or putting up better times more if you're doing the more logical play um, instead of the kind of high risk, high reward play. Um, just my opinion, but something to consider, I would say.
Yeah. So, other thing I'll do is, since I know there was some difficulty at times with some drop frames, I should have a local recording of this, and I'll, upload that and post it, so you have it there if you want to refer back to any of it.
Yeah, I think just like I mean, for the most part though, I think that you should feel um, pretty solid. I think like I said, you've got a really nice foundation. You don't make a lot of the same mistakes that I see the newer runners making, um, and so you know that I think is really good. And some of the stuff that we're talking about, we're nitpicking here because you asked us to. You know, I mean, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be in your Twitch like, hey, what the heck are you doing? You know, so you know, hopefully this is helpful to some degree. Um, uh, and like I said, my big takeaway is you have a lot of skills, trust those skills, confidence in those skills, and just kind of go at it, be aggressive, especially late game when you're in 9, when you're going to Zelda. Sai and I, we talk all the time about like run like your hair's on fire, like just go. Um, you know, you don't want to lose a staircase potentially or, you know, mismark your map. Not like I ever do that. But I think I win more races because of that kind of aggressive mentality of just kind of burning my way through or wanding my way through or just face tanking stuff, especially once I get the red ring. That's like, that's ball game. You've got 36 hearts or something. So yeah, just kind of go at it. Yeah, really nice. It's
Yeah.
really good to see.
All right. So I think we're gonna sign off now, and if you're watching and you'd like to have one of your seeds analyzed, just send me a message and be happy to do some more of these. But yeah, thanks for joining me tonight, and
Cool. This was fun.
yeah, we'll see everyone next time.
Take care, everybody.